me, been in pain like me, bought $100 bottle of champagne like me, just to pour that motherfucker down the drain like me. Would you use your water bill to dry the stain like me? Are you high enough without the Mary Jane like me? Do you tear yourself apart to entertain like me? Do the people whisper about you on the train like me, saying that you shouldn't waste your pretty face like me? Say you can't wake up, this is not a dream. Your blood is a machine, you are not a human being. We should face all men up, living on a screen. Low our self-esteem, so you run on gasoline. Are you deranged like me? Are you strange like me? Lighting matches just to swallow up the flame like me? Do you call yourself a fucking hurricane like me? Pointing fingers cause you never take the blame like me. Humans are gonna behave as we think we always should. Yeah, we can be bad as we can be good. Say, you can't wake up, this is not a dream. Your heart is a machine, you are not a human being. We should face all men up, living on the screen. Low our self-esteem, so you run on gasoline. I think there's a flaw in my code. These voices won't let me alone. And my heart is gold and my hands are cold. Got everything and nothing got it but temptation. Were we born to abuse you, a gun and run? Or has something deep inside of us come undone? Is it a human trait or is it learned behavior? Are you killing for yourself or killing for your savior? Underneath it all, we're just savages hidden behind shirts, ties and marriages. How can we expect anything at all? We're just that lost, still learning how to people say you can't wake up, this is not a dream. Your heart is a machine, you are not a human being. We should face all men up, living on the screen. Low our self-esteem, so you run on gasoline. I think there's a flaw in my code. These voices won't leave me alone. My heart is gold and my hands are cold. My heart is gold and my hands are cold. Yeah. Fatherless, I do act so fatherless, except that's not acting. Actually, I lack some confidence. They dragging my name through the web. They should call me Spider Bitch. You got no designer, you gotta take care of your mom and them. You work 9 to 5 and you still managing to comment this. Fuck is your problem, bitch? I know you ain't proud of this. Deep down, you just stuck in the life you live. Deep down, you got power to change the view they assigned you with. Lost faith in humanity, also lost the common sense, also lost the motivation to begin to find this shit. I won't take it personally, cause I get addicted as well. Hard to wish enemies well, that's how the internet feel. Hard to hold my Hey everybody, it's been a while. I had to come live. I've been waiting to do this for like a week. Can you hear me okay? And make sure my sound is okay. I've missed everybody. Hey, Mrs. Fletcher, how are you? Cotton Candy Boobs, Memphis Mommy Mars, Alanese, Scout, Eden, hey, Sarah Silva, Two Old Crows. So I have to thank Two Old Crows because Two Old Crows and I have been in communication for, not like communication, but we've shared some emails. And Two Old Crows has been around for a really long time throughout Summer's case, and they've always been very helpful. Well, thank you, Trish, for being a member for 29 months. Holy shit. 29 months is so long. Thank you so much. That just made me red in the face to see 29 months. Wow. I really appreciate that. Really, really, really do. So Two Old Crows had sent me some information about, I want to say a couple weeks ago. And I checked it out. I looked at it. Some of it I had seen, some of it I had not. I did not know what I'm about to show you, but everybody does need to see this. So I'll keep it pretty short. I'm going to react first before I show all this because I want you to kind of get context behind why I feel I should do this. Smiley, I'm very familiar, as many of us are over here, with SmileyStorey's world. We have quite a bit of history here in this community, and she has done some very unsavory things throughout the course of my time being here. I first ever was introduced to her when she reached out to Don Wells' father, knowing that he had dementia and that he was not in very good health. Thank you, Who Knows, member for 29 months. I thank you so much. I had no idea it's been 29 months. I feel like the last time I went live, it was 24. So a lot of people here do know all of the things that have happened throughout the course of all of this time. Some people do not, though. And I certainly have never seen this documentation before. I did redact it, Smiley, because it does have personal information. So I made sure to redact enough that people can see that it's the truth, but without putting names. Now, it's also kind of sensitive because these documents actually do prove that Smiley is a victim of domestic assault and battery. So if you guys could please
have respect for that. That is very important to me. I actually almost didn't want to do this live because of it. This is not to shame Smiley and her victimhood, okay, at all. I'm not going to do that to her. However, she used Summer in this domestic violence incident. So that's my issue with it. Now, had she not done that, I would not be live doing this. So, thank you so much. C for Cats 23, member for 7 months. Lucky number 7. Yes, it is a lucky number. I always win on roulette on number 7, number 22, number 31, and 11. Oh, and 3s. Those are my roulette numbers. Shh, don't tell anybody. They are very lucky numbers, though. So, hey, Bev. All right, let me pull this up really quick. We're going to get through this fast because I want to get to showing these documents. But the other day, Smiley did a live, and I would like for her to explain why she chose to do what she did with this judge. But that's on her. If she decides to ever explain, I'm not sure. I don't particularly feel that it's appropriate. Smiley has not only used Sebastian, but she used Summer for 2 whole years straight. And what we're seeing from the creators in Sebastian Rogers' case is exactly what we've seen in Summer's case from them. I've heard a lot of people reference the creators in Summerwell's community, and I think it should be said that this is not new for many of us here that watched this go on with Summer also. So, Cheesecake Mafia, 30 months. Thank you. Gotta work, boo. I'll catch up when I get off. Love you. Okay, have a good day at work. Thank you. Oh my God, 30 freaking months. Is that how long? I think Cheesecake has I think Cheesecake joined on the actual membership day. So 30 whole freaking months. Hey, Wicked Stitches. All right. So she had quite a bit to say here. Hey, Jax. Good to see you. Lil Deb, hi. I didn't even know this was here because I don't watch Smiley often. Cotton Candy Boobs had let me know that Smiley had all this to say or whatever. I went and found it, and it's just like Smiley. I've actually been the target of Smiley's horrible, sadistic commentary before, as have others. Smiley's gone. Smiley likes to waste law enforcement's time. She likes to waste any government agency there is possible. Smiley calls them. She'll probably call on me while I'm live. That's just how Smiley is, right? So she will take anything possible that she can. She has to call a government agency or the police every single time someone talks about her, or the second she wakes up, she's got a list. She's been doing this. She has been calling the TBI daily, almost daily, for years. Okay? It's all she lives for. I don't know why she chooses to waste the time of authorities and agencies that are trying to find missing children. I don't know why she wants to tie up their phone lines. I think she is honestly a bored housewife. I don't think she has a lot of time on her hands. I'm not sure why, Smiley. It looks like you have a really full plate over there in your household. Okay? I'm not perfect. We here are not perfect. No one is perfect. But Smiley, you have some major issues going on in your house. Not to mention, your grandchild was left in a car crying in the back seat while your son was passed out, and there was meth all over the car, right? So let's talk about this, because I find it very hard to believe that you are genuine, Smiley, when you're bringing all of this to the forefront, right? And you have a grandbaby that was found in a car by law enforcement, right? Smiley, you're going to have to tell the truth because I have it right here. And I am going to show everybody. And I'm going to show everybody because it speaks volumes to me that you're sitting on your platform day in and day out. And if you wouldn't mind screen sharing and showing Sebastian's face or Summer's face, that would be great because no one can see that flyer you have there pinned to the back wall. All right. Can anybody see, even if I put this on full screen, she will nail these flyers to the wall and literally, this is the way that she helps get their faces out there. Can anybody see that flyer behind her? No. So she's using a streaming platform that allows her to share the missing children. All she has to do is go to Knickknack, pull it up, share it on her screen. She doesn't do that though. She wants to nail it to the flower wall where no one can see it. Is busy, Lynn, light and love. I agree. The flowers have been driving me nuts for a really long time, but it is what it is. Yes, she is very hypocritical, Trish. It's hypocritical to me. I want to know if she is as busy in the lives of her grandchildren as she is in the lives of these families that have missing kids. Because if I had grandchildren, and I don't, but I can't wait to have them one day, my first priority would be their safety over anyone else, okay? I don't know how, and I'm not in that position. Okay, and let me say this too. What her family members do, she cannot be responsible for, right? She can't be held accountable for what her son was found doing or what her husband has done. In fact, she is an actual victim of domestic violence. If someone could share the hotline so I could pin it, will you dress it up with like hearts and stuff and a little phone or whatever so I could pin it to my chat, one of my mods? I would really appreciate that because I'm not going to diminish what has happened to her. It's not okay. No one here would ever think that anyone deserves that. But using Summer, Smiley, to free your husband of the obligation that he has to fulfill his consequences is absolutely disgusting. Okay? So, yeah, she trashes Katie for what her mom has done. Yes, I agree, cotton candy boobs. So this is where the chat has every right to speak on their opinion, as long as no one, and if my mods could, please, really, if you see anything that's disparaging to her past domestic violence that has happened to her, please remove it. I don't want that in here. The fact she used Summer is my issue with this. So I don't think she knows how to screen share. She doesn't. She holds her phone up to the camera like JLR. Okay. Why doesn't Smiley know how to screen share? That's odd. Could someone teach her? Because we can't see Sebastian back here. No one can see this at all. Look. I can see his face. I can't even read his name. All right. And I could get into all of the, I'm just going to cover what she said here. I think others have gone over this live, but Smiley says she doesn't listen to me. She says she doesn't want anybody to bring anything that I say to her. So she won't hear this, you guys. She doesn't watch me. All right. Hold on. Here, we're going to get into this real quick. I'm going to share this. and I'm going to react to it. Oh, Jax, I've been watching the trial every single day. That's where I've been. My YouTube time is strictly John O'Keefe these days. And I have a whole lot to say about the Karen Read trial. Hi, Di. How are you? Let's see. Hey, Megs. Thank you, Cotton Candy Boobs. Can't make that poster out. No, you can't. She knows that. She knows that it's all for theatrics. Hey, Nana. Be careful driving. She did not know folks at the courthouse do read, and using Summer's name is what it is. Folks at the courthouse, we listen to YouTube. Well, okay, so speaking of, this is not the first time that Smiley has used Summer in court. I was actually present. I'm going to speak on this, Smiley, because you know, just like I know, what you did several months ago. So, Smiley accused Benny of exposing himself to her in a backstage StreamYard. I was present for that court hearing, and Smiley used Summer in that situation as well, right, Smiley? Because you know what you said, and I know what you said, and you did the same thing in that situation as well. She also tried to tell the judge when he was not really taking her seriously because she had no proof whatsoever. All right. Well, you know my family, she said. He did not know her family. The judge said, ma'am, I don't know your family. Okay. So then she used Summer afterwards. Now, I can't prove that. I didn't record it, of course. But Smiley has done this before. Can't imagine how many other times she's done it. No clue. But it's a trend. She is gross, Mags. She really is. Smiley is. She is not a good person. Okay? Yes, Mrs. Fletcher. You can actually see it. Bay County has it listed with her case against him. So they did not pursue anything. They tossed it because Smiley was lying. Okay. What she did was she wanted to jam someone up who was already in a situation. She wanted to add to and further even more so. Okay. So in the same context as accusing someone of exposing themselves to her, as if that would ever happen. Okay. It was a blatant lies. This woman is off the rails. In the same exact conversation, she's talking about Summer. She's sick. She's not right in the head. And I have to wonder, from what we see here online, it has to be 10 times worse at home when she shuts this computer off. I don't know what she, goes through in her house or whatever. Obviously, it's never okay for anyone to put their hands on anyone. I have to wonder what goes on there, though, right? So I'll just leave it at that. So, hey, Stacy, how are you? Yes, she is deranged, Eden. But this has been her pattern for a very long time. Thank you, Trish. Let me put this in the pinned section there. Thank you very much. I can't imagine living with her either. So I would like to know how Smiley's grandchild is, the one that was in the back seat of that car crying while her son was asleep, and there was methamphetamine all over the car, residue all over the car. I guarantee you that Smiley doesn't know, because I don't believe she's allowed to see her grandchild. So maybe she'll explain. And since Smiley's all up in everyone else's business and she can get all real life on everyone else, then Smiley, we're just going to cover you like you cover cases, because there's no difference, right? There's absolutely no difference in me talking about your case and you talking about Sebastian's case or Summer's case. Shit, I don't drop your name when I need to get out of something. but you use Summer's and you'll use Sebastian's as well going forward, right? Right. Stacy says, it's so good to see you, Tiffany, in chat driving, but listening. Please be careful driving, guys. I really get so nervous when I see people in my chat and they say they're driving. Stacy, I love you. Be careful. Thank you so much. Never any rush at all. Hey, criminology. Back to driving. Oh, okay. You stopped. Okay, good. Meth all over. Yeah, scales in the car with the baby. We're going to show this. I'm going to show all the proof. I don't ever come live without showing proof. Smiley is also welcome to come in here and dispute this. If she does, please don't block her. I will even offer her a link. Not saying she's going to come in here or want a link, but I always do provide a link to anyone I'm speaking of because it's only fair. I think it's gross when people go live and talk about you, but you're not allowed to have a voice. And she has her own platform, but that's just not how I operate here. So, okay, here we go. This is from 3 days ago. Sorry, I'm a little late to this.
The one that, let's see, hold on a minute. The Miss Smith that, let's see, hold on a minute.
Okay.
Things like that. That's pretty much where our creams come from. If I have to run a group.
I think it's right around here somewhere. And
I keep telling y'all that.
I don't even know who she was talking about that wrote this. I have to wonder if she wrote it herself, this that she's about to share. I always wonder when, I don't know, did she say the name of the person that was messaging with her? Because I had asked Cotton Candy Boobs, I'm like, who is she talking to? Like, what is she reading? Smiley, did you write it yourself? I swear she does. Just the way I feel. So, hey, Granny, how are you?
Oh. Now, I want to tell y'all this. Hold on a minute. I want to explain something else. Since people are trying to tell me who I can speak to, who I can't speak to, the why.
Smiley is feeling very in the middle of this situation. She's got some problems brewing because she's friendly with certain people who are not getting along. There's a lot of drama going on in Sebastian's case. Sadly, it is, like I said, the same exact behavior we saw from Smiley with Summer's case. It will not change. Nothing is ever going to change this lady. She's not going to stop. But she was put on the spot. So this came after Seth came up on her panel and went off about Trev. So she has to play the part where now she's stuck in the middle. So she's super stressed out. This is what the whole live is about. She's having a difficult time with it. I think it'll be very interesting to actually see not just Smiley, but others as well, because, well, I see what's happening and it's interesting to say the least. But
guys wins, what's where. I'm not putting out anybody's name. I'm not going to. But it kind of irritated me this morning when I was already.
So she says she doesn't say the name. She's not going to say the name. So why does everybody do that? If it's is it a comment? Was it an email? What's the point of sharing if you're not going to say their name? You're going to use this on your platform and talk about it for a whole half hour, but you're not going to tell anybody who wrote it because you probably wrote it. That's what I think.
A little bit irritated, and I told them, look, I just explained something to them, and then I told them, I'm going to put it out. I'm just going to explain it, and I'm going to put it out. And then they said, oh, you read it wrong or whatever.
So she's also mad at this person because they told her something I said somewhere. I'm not sure. So that's going to automatically irritate her with this person who wrote to her. You'll see.
No, I know that was CP. I know that was CP. That was another time. That was another time, Serenity. But the night I did mine, the night before last, Seth went on Cluminati. Seen him with my own eyes. He went on Cluminati and did an interview.
Uh-oh.
In fact, I think I even dropped the link in my community post. So there's that. Just saying.
Do they seriously call Illuminati chlamydia? Look at this. I'm reporting this comment. This is disgusting, Smiley. So put hate speech. Terrible. Wow. She has no class.
Hold on. Okay, so this person, I'm not going to give their name. They messaged me. I think it just hit me at the wrong time, but it will explain a lot, because I think people has a problem because Cher and everybody got on my panel. It's none of your fucking business who gets on my panel first.
I didn't even know that Cher went on Smiley's panel. Like, who gives a shit? No one cares, Smiley. You have so many problems. Just deal with it. If you're going to be a creator, panel with who you want to. You're a grown woman. Stop making a spectacle. This is about a missing child. You're wasting time. All she does is waste time. Thank God she's not working this case as law enforcement.
That part. We're going to explain something. So I'm going to read the whole email so you can get the gist
Hurry
of it.
up
I'm not
on
gonna,
and get to it.
and it's got something about Seth in here. I'm just going to read it, okay? Let's see what's going on, Serenity.
She takes forever.
Thank you. Thank you, Serenity. Let me get up here because it's kind of a long email. Y'all have no idea what I go through with behind the scenes and what I see and hear and that I don't put out. So I'm not giving the name out, but I am going to read this. And it involves EquiSearch, and I'm just going to read the whole. If I skip over it, look, I ain't hiding nothing, okay? Sorry if anybody gets butt hurt or whatever. I'm just going to read it. It says, hey, Smiley, sorry for texting you so late. They texted last night and I just got it this morning. But I had a good talk with Twyla, the coordinator for EquiSearch, and I asked her the question that you have been asking about. Okay.
What's the question?
Okay, so anyway.
What question? So, she doesn't know what to say. Why can't she say what question did she want to ask Twyla? You see how she skips right over that?
Let's go with it. And that was Sebastian's bedroom, how he left his bed. And she said that it was like he just got up out of the bed. And I asked her about Katie's bedroom. And Twyla, said that she didn't know about her bed because.
Can I ask? I'm just asking for verification. How did Twyla know what Sebastian's bedroom looked like? Did she show up like that day? I'm seriously asking because I don't know.
She had the door shut. She couldn't say either way, but she had said that she searched Sebastian's bedroom and through the house and underneath the house and the crawl spaces. And I asked her what was her opinion. Okay, and let me just get this straight. Hey, Fred, welcome.
Yeah, Fred Hill enters the chat.
And let me just get this straight, because this person has told me a long time ago she kind of knows Twyla. So let's just put this out here. It's not just she's giving information. Let's just put that out here. Okay.
Oh, interesting, Smiley. You talk too much. Oof.
And I asked her what her opinion on it, and she said, coming out of Twyla's own mouth, that she didn't think that Chris or Katie has anything to do with Sebastian missing. And you know me, the old saying goes, you never know something until you ask, if that makes any sense to you. And she said that Seth was being looked at, and she said that she was with the TBI the other day because she was out searching for a boy from Jackson, Tennessee, and I think that's near Memphis. And she said that she was also searching for a lady from Tennessee, and I think that it started with a S, and I live in Tennessee. I don't know what it is. Oh, I think it started.
I would imagine that means that the person she's searching for, their name begins with an S.
Started as, and I lived in Tennessee all my life, born and raised. I won't say where because that might give her away. And when I asked her, did she think that Seth was involved with Sebastian missing? And you know, when you ask questions like that and they look at you with a smirky old grin, probably, hold on, I keep losing it. Shit. Thing, and rolled her eyes.
This is torture for me, just so everyone knows. I cannot stand listening to her.
She said that she was just talking to the TBI a few days ago and said, Twyla, I have been thinking about something and I'm going to ask you a question about Sebastian. And I want your honest opinion, and I won't get mad at you. And you say, and I won't say her name, you have lost your mind. And I have had a bad feeling for a few days because I hear different things that's coming out about some of the things that Seth has done. While he has
Oh my God, hold on a minute. Let me get a little further. Is this even the right one? I hope I'm not going to torture you all too. Hold on a minute, because I don't know if she read two or just this one. Hold on.
any minute. And that's what I said to Twyla today. Did she?
Hold on.
That's the only thing that YouTube didn't know about. And she said that she was going to tell it. And about
Let me
is
find the part. Sorry, bear with me because I can't believe it. I just skipped forward 10 minutes. She's still reading the same one.
or what she is. I said
I feel like it was
is doing
further
that.
down here.
Who is mad at who and who is screwing who?
Okay,
I
this
simply do not care.
comes through here.
She is or what she is. I said she did not get that information. That has been out.
Okay.
Fucking
We'll
trash.
go right
But anyway,
here,
she
back
said, tell where her dad had.
okay.
Y'all are gonna understand this email in just a minute. So just I
So
want y'all to hear my
I was actually in the right spot. How long does it take to read a fucking email?
response, please. The only reason I'm reading this is because I want you to hear my response and what's going on. So I'm not blaming anybody, so y'all don't freak out. Hold on. Because I'm tired of the bullshit, okay? I'm tired of it. So if you have heard about the court, that Katie filed and was in the papers, that was scared of his dad and was afraid that his dad, Seth, was going to beat him for using the bathroom in his pants. And it was the paperwork that Seth abused Sebastian. And he was scared to death, his dad, since he came out on your live, yada, yada, chat, and got Seth coming out like he had rabies in the way that he acted like that night. And cussing and screaming, he was doing, first of all, he disrespected you in your live stream. And if I had to live in a house with that dad and stepdad acting like that, it would spark any minute. And that's what I said to Twyla today. Did she think that Katie got Sebastian and she put him somewhere so he didn't have to go live with his dad, Seth, and he abused and he was trying to protect Sebastian from that? And Twyla gave me another look like I said she did earlier when I asked her about his house, all the books, and she said that you have to stop and think, and that's where it started at. But anyway, and then she said Cotton Candy Boobs asked, and see, I don't talk about this trash. I don't deal in this trash. I don't talk about this trash.
Trash. Cotton Candy Boobs, let me ask you, have you ever, had a grandchild left in the car sleeping with, your passed out adult child in the front seat with meth all over the car? Let's talk about trash. Because Smiley, this is the thing. You're going to throw stones at people. So this, I'm going to come and show everyone the trash you are. It's only fair and it's only right. Because as you disparage other people, as you sit in that chair, you got a whole lot going on. And that's just one of your children. I'm only going to talk about one incident today. Keep going, Smiley. Keep calling everybody trash. There's a whole plethora of information out there about all of the ongoings in your life. You have no right. I don't know who the hell you think you are to speak on anybody. Because I don't even think any of the people you discuss have anything like that going on in their life. Okay? At all. So before you call anybody trash, take a look in the mirror, Smiley. I know you've got one sitting right there next to your computer. Is it hard to look in the mirror? I'd imagine it is.
Telling you right now they're fucking trash. But anyway, she said, tell where her dad had, hold on a minute. Cotton Candy Boobs gave Cher 30 minutes to take the link she dropped, and she needed to come up to tell what her dad did in the late 90s. And if you don't come up, I'm going to tell it all, bitch, what your dad did.
Okay, so she's talking about a stream that Cotton Candy Boobs had on her channel a couple days ago, where she discussed Cher and some stuff about her dad. Her dad has been on her channel before. There's a lot that's gone on. A lot of people are familiar with because she's had him on her channel where she's had him on, discussed a arson resulting in the death of a mother and a child back in the 90s, I believe is the 90s. So Cotton Candy Boobs was discussing her feelings about that. Listen, so Smiley, that's her issue with Cher, right? She's allowed to talk about her own feelings or whatever. I'm not really sure where she gets off doing all this.
And Cotton Candy Booth, said that Cher's dad killed a woman and little girl and burned them alive, and she was watching from the bushes with binoculars. And she said that
not she, he. So the actual person that committed the crime watched with binoculars as the house burned with the two people inside. Smiley doesn't give any context to what she's talking about. The people in the chat don't know who he is, because she's talking about all these different people.
mom ran back into the house to save her little girl, but she didn't make it either. And Cotton Candy Booth said that Cher had said that's the only thing that YouTube didn't know about. And she said that she was going to tell it.
Eden, of course, yeah, anybody would zone out. It's the way she reads too is like just very hard to follow, right? There's no, when I read, I try to make it so people know where the period is and where the exclamation point is. So it's hard to follow. I get it.
And about what happened. And Cher got some nerve bringing her dad up on panel and knowing that her dad did a woman and little girl. And Cher has got her daughter on live stream drinking alcohol. And I don't blame Cotton Candy Booth, because I couldn't live with myself knowing what Cher's dad did. But it's very interesting. Much love. That pissed me the hell off.
Okay, so this person comes to Smiley, sends an email, tells her how they feel about XYZ, right? And this is, now she's pissed. So she's pissed that this person has feelings about the crime that was committed by Cher's dad. They're allowed to feel that way. But it pisses Smiley the hell off. Why, Smiley? Because your family is no different, really? I mean, it makes perfect sense. So the woman who's going to sit before everybody, right, and judge all these different creators, subscribers, whoever it might be, people that are coming to her own subscribers who are saying, this makes me feel this way, XYZ makes me feel like this. Now she's pissed off because this person told her they care about the victims in that tragedy. If you really listen to people talk, it's so easy to see their true character. Smiley doesn't care about victims at all. She doesn't care about the mother and child that burned alive in that house. Okay? It pissed her off that the person that emailed her, maybe she didn't write this. I don't know. See, who knows really? She could have written this to herself just to go live and defend whatever, right? Who knows what this lady has done or is doing. I personally think, and this is just my opinion from knowing her patterns from all this time, the night that, and it seems like it was about to get lost on everybody. I'm glad that people picked it up, talked about it, knew where everything began, because Smiley, when she went live the other day, the night that Seth went up there and he started, spouting off on Trev, a troll had come into the chat early on and said they wanted to come up, and they presented themselves to be Tony Mathis. No one checked the account, right? No one knew if it was even real. Smiley did not care to check. In fact, I think Smiley figured, well, if it's not them, let me grab all these people, right? You get 1,000 people in your chat, or 1,300, whatever it was. It was about 1,300, 1,500, maybe a little bit more. I can't remember exactly. But she knows the pressure that that's going to put on someone to come up, right? So that's like someone saying, oh, Tiffany said she's going to come on. And then what am I going to do when people start reaching out to me? Like, oh, someone said that you were in their live chat and you were coming up. And I'm going to be like, oh, it wasn't me. But then you're going to feel obligated to go up, right? Naturally. So even if it wasn't Tony Mathis, Smiley took advantage of that situation She knows how to check a link. She knows how to check to see if it's the person or not. She didn't do that. She just immediately said that Seth and Tony were coming up on the panel and sat there for, I think, upwards of 40 minutes or so waiting, right? And everybody saw that, so they all know. I don't think that Smiley gave a shit at all to check the link. She knew what would happen. So that's my opinion.
That pissed me off. First of all,
how dare they have feelings about the woman and child that died in the fire, right, Smiley? How dare they? This woman is going to advocate for missing children. And it pissed her off that someone has feelings about a child dying in a fire that someone else set purposely. I don't know what else anyone else would need to see or hear from Smiley to know. She's a piece of shit. Straight up.
You're going to come to me with some bullshit like this? No, Cotton Candy Boobs is not with Cher no more. She's not. And first of all, everybody don't know everything. Yeah, we all know who's behind this. We all know who's behind this. First of all, I can adult and speak to who the hell I want to. And I understand, Earth Angel. I understand that. Let me get to what I wrote her. Let me get to what I wrote her, because I'm hoping this will clear some things up. I'm just hoping it'll clear some things up. First of all, let me say this. Cher, me, you, I see you, Skinny, Sharon. Nobody is responsible for what anybody else does. Not their mama, not their daddy.
I don't think that the email that Smiley got was, I don't believe that the person was telling her who to talk to. I don't believe they were telling her what to do. They were telling her their feelings. They were letting her know, like, hey, this is how I feel about this, this, and this. Okay, this is all for, it's what I call dramatics. It's dramatics, theatrics. It's also so that she can prop herself up, defend certain creators, whoever it might be, so that she can build her channel. That's what I see. I don't see a woman who is genuinely concerned for the whereabouts of Sebastian or Summer. Okay. I see a woman who has far too much time on her hands. She does not care about these kids. It's extremely upsetting to watch her do this time after time after time, and nothing can be done about it, right? But I'm hoping that today with this live, people will actually see the pattern of behavior, and that when I show these documents that were so kindly provided to me by 20 Crows, thank you so much, then maybe people will actually be informed. And Smiley, people do have a right to know. They have a right to know who they're dealing with, who they're taking advice from, who's advising them. In the case of a missing child that you're talking about pretty much daily, do you think all these people in this chat have any clue? So many good people in these chats, they don't know. They don't know anything about someone's, what's going on behind closed doors. What makes Smiley any better than anybody else? Right? She perches herself up and looks down on so many people. Meanwhile, her own grandchild was left in the car while the father passed out on drugs, meth all over the car. This is a problem. Do I think Smiley is like a big deal here? No, I don't. I think that she'll be right back to having 100 people in her life. That's my opinion. Okay, it's short-lived. All of this is very short-lived. However, I do think that in the case of any missing person, they have a right to know who is speaking on the missing child, not even just for the subscribers, but for the parents as well. Because while I don't think highly of Seth, at all. I really don't. I have very specific feelings about him. Don't you think that people have a right to know who they're going to speak on their child? Now, my opinion is that Seth chooses the people he does purposely. We've seen that before too, right? They pick certain people that they know are or have the same traits as them when it comes to, let's say, morals and values. They do get a really good grasp very quickly on who to pick out of a crowd. I've always noticed that, not just in this case, but in others as well. And sorry, I'm not looking at your comments. Let me do that while I play this.
Not their kids, not their dog, not their elephant, not their neighbor. We don't control other people. It is. It's bringing more drama in. But we're going to clear it up today.
It really is all drama.
Because I don't want no more shit thrown at me because I don't give a damn. So I'm not going to say her name, but I posted her name. And I said, first of all, I love you, girl, but never bring me shit about Tiffany Marie, what she says or does.
How many people do you think have already hit up Smiley? She going to treat everyone else like this too? What is Smiley going to do? Is she going to go live and read everyone else's messages? No. No. And why don't you want this person to bring you anything that I say or do, Smiley, right? Because of the history that we all have. You don't want anyone to know about all these things. And it's not just what I'm going to talk about today, right? There's so much. If you go back on my channel, actually, I think that a couple of my lives about Smiley are on memberships. I will take those off memberships because I felt it was drama. That's where I put all my drama lives. I don't like to really muddy up my channel with all the bullshit, right? But I'm going to take those off, Smiley, so that later on people can go down my lives and look for all the lives that we had to do about you back in Summer's case. Okay? She has not revealed her true colors to everybody yet. Not even in the least. People have not seen nothing where Smiley is concerned.
That was about the Seth part. I think I missed that. She is, or what she is, I said, she did not get that information. That has been out there for 3 months.
Does it matter how long it's been out there? No one was talking about it. So what she's referring to is the upload that I did. Now, this was brought to me by Dutch and Cotton Candy Boobs. Okay? So the information may have been out there, but no one's talking about it. So I took it upon myself to read the documents. Let me share this in my live chat if anybody missed it. This is Katie Proudfoot requesting a permanent domestic violence restraining order. Smiley, why are you not sympathetic to that, being a survivor of domestic violence yourself? Is my question. You don't have to answer that, but I think it's absolutely absurd. Even I have empathy for what was done to you. It's pretty bad. Okay. I've even asked that there's, no comments negative about you in that way, because I feel it would be in very poor taste and I don't want it here. Why are you ignoring the domestic violence that went on in Katie's life? Okay. That's what I want to know. That's Sebastian's mom. She gave birth to him. Don't you think that it matters what happened in a child's life in the days, weeks, months, and years leading up to their disappearance? Because I do. I think their whole entire makeup is very important. So the fact that Smiley doesn't want to talk about it, right? She doesn't want it put out. She's pissed that I spoke about it. I don't cover Sebastian's case. I think there's so many people covering Sebastian's case, the second I saw the frenzy surrounding it, I completely backed off. I haven't even shared his missing poster, I don't believe, on my community wall, because it's out there everywhere, right? And we're all confined to this one small community. I personally think the best place for bringing the missing information is to other platforms. This community is a shithole, okay? Like, to get things running, and I just, not too long ago, someone came to me with something that had happened in their family, and I immediately said, I have no problem helping, but I feel like the best place to bring this information is to Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, other platforms where we are not just confined to these four walls in this cesspool of grifters, right? Everyone latches on. I don't like to cover cases that every single person is talking about. That's just me, right? We all saw immediately when Sebastian went missing, all the titles, right? All of the titles from all the different creators. When I see that start happening, I'm like, all right, the community's got it covered type deal, right? So that is what pushed me away from Sebastian's case and covering it. Now, however, just because I don't cover his case doesn't mean that if I see something that I think is important, that I'm not going to bring it to the forefront or speak on it, even if it's been shared 3 months ago, Smiley, right? I'm allowed to talk about something that was put out a year ago if I really wanted to, which I'm going to do today. We're going to talk about what happened last summer, Smiley. Because just like everyone deserves to know that Katie Proudfoot filed for a permanent restraining order on Seth, they deserve to know about you. So that's what we're going to do. And I really would encourage people, when you see shit like this happening, go check out these creators in their real life. It's no different than covering a case. So sometimes people need a taste of their own medicine. See, I don't have these skeletons, Smiley, that you do. And you can say all day long it's not your responsibility, but how do you sit up here talking about the missing when you have all of this going on surrounding children in your family? Ma'am, I don't understand that. I would probably not want to cover anything to do with kids if I had, the situations that are going on in her life and mine. I think I'd probably back away from anything to do with kids, right? But hey, that's just me. So
Thank you for becoming a member, Angel P. I said those court documents on Seth and Katie, I said, have been posted. And Seth has been on numerous channels live and has explained already. This is such old news. TM is irrelevant and didn't find shit. I don't tell nobody who to like, but if you believe...
Okay, I never said I found that. Okay, I never said that. Ever. Everyone saw it happen on my live. It was brought to me while I was live. I never claimed to have found anything. Here's the live that she's actually, while I'm here, that's the video that I made. What I did was I read the documents. But this is the live stream that I was on when Dutch and Cotton Candy Boobs came to me. I'm going to put that in the chat as well because, which one is it? Hold on a sec. Okay, it's right here. So it is this one. So it's called The Abuse of Sebastian Rogers at the Hands of Seth Rogers. This is the live stream that it happened on right here. Yeah, on my live cotton candy boobs. So it happened in front of everyone. Smiley's acting like I claim to have gone and filed for, done a FOIA request, or that's not what happened. They brought it to me on a live stream. Smiley have never claimed ever to have found it on my own, been the first one to put it out. I felt it needed to be put out again. So this is the live that it happened on. I'm not going to write the title. Let me just throw this in the chat for you guys so you can see for yourself. Like, it happened in front of everyone. And I want to thank Daisy. Okay, I had, and this is another thing. She's pissed at Daisy. I went into Daisy's chat because I saw she had done a live several nights ago. And she was discussing Katie. And I said, hey, Daisy. And everyone knows Daisy and I have not always gotten along. Okay. We don't have like bad blood or anything, but we've had our ups and downs. But I went in and I said, hey, Daisy, would you mind covering the documents? I didn't need for her to share my video or anything like that. But what I had requested was, while you're on the subject, would you please share the documents? And she said, yeah, I can do that. And she shared my video that I had made reading the court documents with Katie and Seth. Smiley's pissed about that. Smiley, do you think that Daisy went out on a limb to help me out? No. She was helping Sebastian. Why are you not helping him? I may be irrelevant to you, Smiley, but this child you're covering is not. And if you're going to cover the case fairly, you have to put out all of the things, right? You're going to conceal the abuse of a child? That's insane. And shame on you for being angry with another creator that shared actual documents that were filed in a court of law in this child's case, right? How can you cover a case and not speak about what's on file with a court? I do it for one, but not the other. It's because you've chosen a side, and that's fine. But you know what? When I was covering Summer's case, in the very early days of Summer's case, I was no fan of Candace Wells. The second I saw her affidavit, I shared it. And I had sympathy for her and empathy for her when I saw that on paper she was a victim of domestic violence and said she feared for her children. I didn't keep that away from the masses. I didn't conceal that or try not to talk about it or act like it didn't happen because I felt a certain way about Candace. See, that's where you and I are different. Maybe it's what? Because you're trash, Smiley? Yeah, I think so.
Believe her straight up. I'll tell you, I don't believe you, period. As far as share, why does everyone come to me about share? First off, I'll tell you, more of TM shit.
Has nothing
to do
you
with didn't know? Me. Her and Cotton Candy Boobs are...
Okay, so because... How is this how did I cause that? More of TM shit. I thought I was irrelevant, Smiley, but now it's my fault. You're a bullshit artist. The way Cotton Candy Boobs feels about her, someone she was friends with, has nothing to do with me at all. So blame me if you want to, but I don't think you should have. Shit, I might not even be live right now. Everyone's about to see your real shit here. Okay? So yeah, more of TM. Here I am.
not best friends. My, how we forget. I don't care. I don't like none of that trash. And why are they sending you to drag me, Smiley, in it?
Me, Smiley. I need to know why this woman refers to herself as Smiley. This I got a kick out of. Why you feel the need to drag me, Smiley, into it. What the fuck? Why does she refer to herself as Smiley? Isn't there some kind of study about people that sit around saying their own name? When you speak of yourself in is the first person, right? Would be me. And then Smiley. Like no one knows your name. Someone needs to get her to amend her birth certificate. Just call herself SmileyStorey. Hey, Ree. It's so strange. She does it a lot. It's actually gotten a whole lot worse, Smiley, with the Smiley. But this does not have anything to do with me. The reason why Cotton Candy Boobs did her live. Smiley lies to all these people. She doesn't even talk to me. This woman doesn't even know me.
I don't have to like, share, or agree with her to be an adult or say hello or allow her on my panel. I don't care what her father did. That is not what Cher did.
Okay, so let me just say this. Smiley is telling you when she says, and listen to people when they talk, because what she's telling everyone right here is she does not care that a woman and her child died in a house that was set on fire by Cher's dad. She does not care what her dad did, she said. Smiley, you stand for nothing. Okay? You stand for fucking nothing. This woman just told everyone she does not care about the woman and child that died inside a house that was set on fire. But you're to believe that she cares about missing children? Okay. Sure, Jan.
Furthermore, I know nothing about any of it other than what you people come tell me. Cher, I thought.
How does Smiley not know? Cher has had her dad on numerous times discussing the actual situation. Like, he's actually talked about it. Cher has talked about it. Cotton Candy Boobs went live and spoke about her feelings about it. You know, there's a way to handle things and a way not to handle things. And she could have said anything other than she doesn't care what Cher's dad did. I care. I was actually shocked because I thought that it was one person. I didn't know that there was a child in the house. I believe the child was 12 years old. Either way, I care. I believe it was brought out around the time of Quentin Simon's case. So, to be clear, but Smiley doesn't care. She doesn't care about two victims that lost their life in a fire that was set by a creator's dad. He's come here on panels to give his opinion on things. She's propped him up as a killer. Basically, I've seen it. This whole community has seen it. So I don't know how that could be lost on anyone. And why Smiley doesn't care is because that's her character. Okay. I've never gone after Cher for what her dad did. She didn't do it, obviously. Did I agree with her bringing him on to discuss cases, to collab with creators? No, I actually didn't. In fact, you won't see me in those chats because I was really taken aback by it. I was shocked.
I contacted my son and I went off on her during a live, in case you missed that, because it went straight and was traced to her. But in the end, it was Cotton Candy Boobs who was Cher's administrator. And
see, this here I can't speak to. I don't know all the ongoings, but she acts like I can't take her seriously, nor do I believe what she's saying because she doesn't know. So she's going to say she didn't know about what Cher's dad did or what. I didn't even plan to talk about this. I forgot it was in here. But while we're here, I'm not going to, stay quiet about it. She doesn't know that this man murdered 2 innocent people, but she knows all of this. It can't be so.
set Cher up. And not only did that to me, but did it to Cher and many other people online. I don't know what they got going on, nor do I care. But when Cher realized what happened with her friend and her administration, she came to me and I was adult about it. So everyone can kiss my ass. I am in this for the kids. I do not.
You're not in it for the kids, Smiley. So let's just cut the shit here. Because you just said you don't care what Cher's dad did, right? Which means you don't care about the victims in that situation. I'm sure that Cher will still panel with you, even if you said, that's terrible, and I am so sorry to his victims. You couldn't even say that. I think, Smiley, that you're belligerent in your life. I think you're a terrible person in real life. I don't think you hold the door open for people. I don't think you would cover the person's soda in front of you if they didn't have enough money. I don't think you're a helper in the real world. That's my opinion of you. I don't think you're the type of person to reach out a helping hand. I think you are angry every single day. I don't think you're a kind person. I think you are a faker and a phony. She is so afraid that Cher isn't going to get on a panel with her again if she doesn't sit here and defend. She's defending a murderer, okay? So simply put, Smiley is defending a man she does not know. In saying all of this, Smiley is saying she doesn't care what he did. She doesn't care that 2 people died in a fire that was set by the person, okay? She's speaking of she doesn't care. What else do we really need to know about you, Smiley? Well, unfortunately, there's a whole lot more. You should care. In fact, you probably should have said something similar to what I just said. And have some respect for those who were slain, right? They were lost in a fire. 2 people, 1 person and a child, went to bed and burned in their sleep. And you don't care. Beautiful, Smiley. Beautiful.
Care about he said, she said, this one did this, he is doing that, who is mad at who, and who is screwing who. I simply do not care. That's bullshit.
Well, Smiley, that's awfully interesting. You don't care about who's screwing who. Do you remember how vile you were to me? When was it? I don't know, within the last year. Remember when you were moaning, pretending to be me? Do you remember? Do you remember the big escapade you went on over there on your channel? You don't care about who's screwing who. That's interesting to me. You did a whole live stream about me, right? And in this live, I believe she even talks about my pussycat. Crazy, right? It's so strange that you are hyper-focused on those things, but you don't care about who's screwing who, who's doing this, who's doing that. You're a bullshit artist, okay? I could go live every day and make you look like shit. I could prove everything you're saying to be lies all day. I don't have time for it, right? I actually am making the time today because I think it needs to be done. Hey, Tragedy Pimps Exposed. Good to see you. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Jody.
Then y'all drag Smiley into it when people
Drag Smiley into it. Why isn't that? Y'all dragged me into it. She needs to work on that.
People are using Smiley to make their money and their content because they don't have a brain cell to do so. So those are the trashy tragedy pimps, and nobody says a word to them. And if you're a part of it, just don't tell me shit again. In fact, I think I'm going to read this online. So they said, "Hey, Smiley, I think that you took the message wrong. I can't stand Cher, Cotton Candy, Boobs, and the rest of the scumbags." I noticed she didn't put Tiffany Marie's name in there. But anyway, that do support trash like that. And I'm 100% with you, and I haven't forgotten about the hot check that TM had written in Summerwell's case and tried to lie about it all. And I remember well about what Cher was doing calling your son.
The check. Fuck a check, Smiley. Fuck a check. You act like I wrote a check and it bounced. For fuck's sakes. I haven't forgotten about the check that TM wrote in Summerwell's case. Yeah, I was trolling Molly. Smiley. I was trolling. Right? Just like you got trolled when Smiley calls being trolled catfished. No, it was a troll on Molly. And I don't care. You know, I hope that you enjoy talking about it because you don't have anything else. It's not like you could dredge up some kind of charges on my whole family or something like we have here with your meth head son who chose to leave the child in the back seat, right, with meth all over the friggin' place. You don't have that to drag up on me, so you have to use a check. A check. Fuck a check. Haven't forgotten about it. Oh, Smiley, they're not going to forget what I'm about to show them either. I promise.
She came up on your panel, I think it was when Don Wells was on your panel, and she used you to get her phone number to Don Wells. And I remember it well. None of what I said to you was against you. Hell no, because I'm blocked in so many creators' channels for taking up for you. And I remember well about the snake in the grass, TM, and her on Benny's channel, and how much they tried to run you in the mud.
Who is this person she's talking to? I think I have a very good idea. However, I don't know. Who did we try to run into the mud, Smiley? I will say, I personally have never tried to run anybody. It's actually drag them through the mud, not run them in the mud. I've never tried to drag anybody through the mud, right? People often drag themselves through the mud, and we'll talk about it, right? I'm not dragging you through the mud today. I'm just going to pull your mud out and show everybody. There's a difference. Just like back then, right? You haven't forgotten about what TM and BK did back when. No one has. I think we did a pretty good job, and you know it. The work that we did was very useful, and it was important, and you'll never take that away from anybody, Smiley. You've tried. You're not that powerful.
But you know what I can say. I can stay blocked from BK and TM channel and 5 other channels because, like you said, the truth is the truth. Yep, the truth is the truth.
The truth is the truth. She's acting like this person has some kind of groundbreaking fucking news. There's none. The truth is the truth. Well, I'd love to know who's writing this email to Smiley because she thinks you're a piece of shit.
Truth. The truth is the truth. And I'm not going to let some scumbags channels through you and about 5 more channels that I know that they are wrong, and I don't support any of them because I feel like some are only in it for the almighty dollar. Y'all think?
Certainly not me that's in it for the almighty dollar. I barely go live. So that would be you, Smiley, right? We go live daily. Now, Smiley wasn't monetized. She got bit by the bug. You can't say it anymore, right? You can't say that anymore. You will forever be known as a grifter in Sebastian's case. You are grifting off of Sebastian with your holier than thou. But you are not Mother of the Year, Smiley, nor are you Grandmother of the Year. I would sit on the floor. Okay? This woman has no shame whatsoever. She's above everybody. Not for long, Smiley. Just wait. And please hear me when I say Smiley has another son that lives in Hendersonville. Okay? There's actually some stuff there too. I'm not going to get to that today, but I maybe I will. We'll see. Always talking in third person. She'll say me, Smiley. So it's like a first, third situation. It's fucking weird, Sunshine Girl. It really is so strange. My hand to the Bible. She has another son that lives in the same town as Sebastian. Smiley, why you're not telling anybody that? Everyone should really, really be aware.
I hated that you took it wrong. I give it a few days and it will be like it was with the bullshit. And I pray every night and day that Summer Wells, Monkey Sebastian, and the black girl, I think her name is Lori. Yep, Lori Page.
The black girl, she says. Oh my God. Well, thank God she remembered her name. You guys all heard what she did to Everyday Shenanigans, right? You know, I don't hold Everyday Shenanigans in very high regard. She used to call baby Cash Little Boy White. Little Boy White. I went live about it. I freaked the fuck out. This was 3 years ago, actually. Probably 3 years ago to the day, just about. But it doesn't make it okay what Smiley did to her. It was absolutely disgusting. She should lose her platform for what she did, the racist remarks that she made. I was shocked. Actually, I was shocked. Even for Smiley, I was like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? She knows that people are going to accept this behavior. This is where she puts herself. And this woman is absolutely racist. There's no way that you can speak like that with so much hate and not be. And that's one thing I remember and will always remember about Everyday Shenanigans, the vault, whatever they call her now. Every time I hear her name, I think of Little Boy White. I feel she displayed some racist behavior herself toward baby Cash. And I don't know her as a person. I don't think it was appropriate for her to call baby Cash Little Boy White. I've never liked her since. However, that does not mean that Smiley has the right to do what she did to her. Two wrongs don't make a right. Smiley doesn't even know about that situation. So she's angry because she sees competition, I'd imagine. This is some kind of competitive sport covering missing children. So Everyday Shenanigans must be doing good over there because Smiley is bothered.
For them to all be alive. But I feel in my heart that none of them are alive. And God knows that I pray.
She doesn't feel any of them are alive. That's crazy, Smiley. Why wouldn't you believe that any of these children are alive? doesn't matter. I don't care what you think.
That I'm wrong, but they haven't found anything. And since again, I hate you took it wrong, because I have supported you since you were at Nita's World, and I will continue to support you, and have always have all the kids that I mentioned above. And I'm still praying for your mom and God to give us some kind of answers on the kids that I mentioned to you, and much love, Smiley. So I said one more thing. I said, well, thank you. And I think this is very important, especially for Miss Daisy and Tiffany Marie, to open her fucking ears and the world, in case you did not know. So listen.
So she's going to attack Miss Daisy. That's so unfortunate. I don't go in Daisy's chat often. I say hello to her and other true crime channels like Law and Crime. I've seen Daisy in trial chats, right? I've said hello to her. She's been kind to me. I have not had a problem with Daisy in a very long time. She's been kind. I have, like I said, I've had no issue with her. I felt that I could go into her chat. It was a waiting chat before she went live. And I asked respectfully, hey, Daisy, would you be inclined to share those documents from the request for a permanent domestic violence restraining order that Katie had requested? And she said yes, with no hesitation whatsoever. I believe Daisy's heart is in a better place than yours, Smiley. I appreciate that Daisy was willing to share. I think that says a lot about Daisy. She didn't have to. She should not attack her. Those aren't documents written by me. They weren't requested from the court by me. That's public information. And it pertains to Sebastian. If you didn't notice, Smiley, Sebastian was blamed for everything in those documents. Everything was Sebastian's fault via Seth. You don't think that's important? Did you blame your grandbaby too? Because his dad passed out in the car and had meth all over the place? That's interesting. It's interesting to me that you don't think that it's relevant at all. And it's just old news. I had never heard of it before. So I thought it was important. Smiley is a hair across her ass because people don't want her to talk to Cher. You know what? People come to me all the time because they don't like who I'm talking to or paneling with or friends with. It doesn't matter, right? This is for views. It's for validation. She's trying to make a point. Clearly, Cher is very important to her at this moment in time. So none of this has anything to do with Sebastian. And keep in mind, she will keep this poster behind her while she says the most grotesque things. She does not care that Sebastian's flyer is hanging behind her. She'll go off on complete rants, saying the most disgusting, heinous things while his photo hangs behind her. She forgets it's there. Terrible. Such poor taste. You have no class, Smiley. You are white trash.
I said, well, thank you, but I could care less what TM is doing.
No, you do. You do care. You're sitting here for how long now talking about me? For what reason? Because I shared documents? You would think that I cover Sebastian's case every day or something.
Any one of them. They mean nothing to me. Zero. But I'll be damned if I keep getting dragged into stuff. He said, she said. I do not care. I'm hearing people I respected mad because I let Cher up. They all can get a grip. Don't tell me who I have up, who I choose to be kind to. I know how to adult. That's all. I'm not mad at you.
You don't know how to adult. That's a fucking lie.
But please don't tell me about TM again.
What is she going to do? Everyone's going to be telling her about TM today. TM. Yeah, here I am. Smiley, I'm going to stay on your ass. I'm pretty sure. I might just do this often. Why not? I'm going to cover you like you cover all the other things. So every time I take issue with something she does, I'm going to go live about it.
People like that I'll never forgive and never adult with.
I don't want forgiveness. First of all, Smiley, it's you, right, that owed me the apology that you gave months ago, right, that I never responded to. In fact, I told you to keep your apology and shove it up your ass because you're disgusting and vile. Okay? Apology? What?
By the way,
Oh, she's mad because we're going to take it way back. Everyone remembers the 911 call Candace made, right? Now, some people hear a different phrase than others. I personally did not hear what some other people heard. I do not agree with putting any kind of sexual abuse on a child with no proof whatsoever, nor do I agree with speaking about it unless, right, it's law enforcement that's giving that information. It's nobody's place to speak on any victim's story. Okay, children don't have the ability to consent. And I don't agree with telling anybody's story for them. The victim and the victim alone is the only person who should be able to speak on it unless they ask for someone else to share it for them as an advocate or whatever. Okay, that's my opinion on it. I've always been very against the discussion surrounding Summer and any kind of sexual abuse. That's the way I've always operated when it comes to her. Okay, that's how I do things. Smiley, not so much though, right? There's so much history with Smiley when it comes to disrespecting missing children. You wouldn't even believe it. Would take me a week to go over all of the things. They're all on my channel. People can go look for them. Smiley, I don't even think you're that important though. I don't think people really care. I think Smiley thinks she's very, very important. Her ego is very inflated. I noticed that. I think it's important to say what I'm saying for the other people in your chat. This is just her repetitive pattern of behavior. Okay, she disrespected Summer day after day after day after day. So she's going to say that I called her a rapist. I don't believe I called her a rapist. But Smiley, if I did put this screenshot, I'm not going to say I didn't. I don't know where that would have originated from. I think what I said was, you're no different, right? Because you went too far with me, right? I know how you made me feel when you said certain things that you said. I believe what I said is, you're no different when you're revictimizing people. Okay? My feelings about you, I'm allowed to have. That's the way you made me feel. Were you part of the Summerwells rape community? Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Because you sat there and you victimized her, not knowing if she's a victim, number one. And secondly, that's what I said. I stand by that. To this very day, I will never back down from what I said because I heard all the things you said about Summer. And I don't even know if you really meant them, but you said them. Everything's on Smiley's channel. I have very specific feelings about Smiley. They're not going to change. And yes, I did say she was part of the Summerwells rape community. Actually, Benny coined that phrase. I agreed with it. Still do. I still do. Okay, just because it's been a long time ago doesn't mean I forgot. I think a lot of people have forgotten. I haven't. I have no problem with if you have a screenshot of me calling you rapist, I don't know, so be it. I probably was triggered if I did say something like that. Do I think you're a rapist? Obviously not. But in that moment, you were acting like one. Okay? So, Summer also deserved to be defended in that situation. She didn't deserve it. She does not deserve it today. The way you speak about these children is abhorrent. And it should be a crime, actually. So I make no apologies. Okay, Smiley. So put your screenshot out. If I said it, I said it. What are you going to do? And I don't think you'll be worried about that after this live, though.
I still think I will read this online. I won't put your name out, but by the way, it reminds me, someone else came to me last night about cringe TM in Daisy's chat, and I had to laugh. Considering, for those that don't know the backstory, I fully supported Daisy at one time, and especially when her niece was killed. It was very sad. I really liked Amanda. TM, this is where it started.
So she's going to bring up a deceased niece of Daisy's because she's angry that Daisy shared my upload. This woman is crazy. Crazy. You would think I was, I don't know, on the phone with Daisy at night or on her panel every day. And I literally went into her live, asked if she'd be so kind to share the documents. Okay, that's it. I stayed in her chat for a little while, and I'm pretty sure I fell asleep while I was listening. At least Daisy had the balls to share it, Smiley. There should be no problem with anyone sharing documents from either side of the fence. Okay? If you're really here for Sebastian, you would not take issue with somebody talking about something factual that is documented in the court. Why would you want to keep that under wraps? Why are you angry with Daisy for sharing something? Is it because my voice was on it? See, that's another thing too. And make sure that everything's easy to screenshot so that people can share it on their own. Daisy just so happened to share out the video. People don't need to do that. Those documents are important. They're very important. They state specifically, okay, from Katie, that Seth struck Sebastian in the head, neck, and back. Smiley, I think that's very important. If you don't, you should take that poster down that's behind your chair. I believe someone said Justin also shared the documents. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. Justin and I also don't have the best of whatever. That's neither here nor there. I heard he shared them. That's very important. It's not because I shared it so others are going to share it. It's because they care about Sebastian. Regardless of who it came from, it shouldn't matter. So everyone can know that Smiley's beef with Daisy is that she shared a video where I read documents that matter. So she's going to attack Daisy for this. No matter what anybody's feelings about Daisy are, she shared documents that actually exist in the court. Okay? So good on Daisy for sharing them. That's what people who actually care do when they're on a fact-finding mission or searching for answers. Everything matters, not just one thing or another. It all matters. This woman thinks she's God's gift. I don't know what has happened over on this channel for her to be so high up on this horse, but bitch, I'm gonna knock you right the fuck off today.
And I got the screenshot, come in and told everybody I was a rapist. She's so vile.
Oh, well, I don't know if I wrote that. Again, if I did, it's because you triggered the fuck out of me, Smiley. Okay? So, oh well. Maybe you should stop acting that way, okay? And moaning on live streams and pretending to be me having sex with someone, right? You remember all of this, Smiley. I'm allowed to say how you made me feel. Fucking deal with it. You're vile. You always have been and you always will be. And that's not going to change. Okay. And people that take problem with that, I said that. If I even did, I don't care. Okay. Smiley, remember you apologized for how disgusting you were. Remember? You know what you said, you know what you did, but you're going to sit here and tell all these new people. TM said I was a RAPIST. What's the matter, Smiley? You can't say rapist on your live stream because you're afraid you're going to get demonetized? Yeah, because she has to be very careful not to lose AdSense. God forbid she doesn't have ads playing on her live. She might not make $5. Smiley, you're ridiculous. Everybody dumbs down. All of the words have to be right. Everything's got to be special so no one loses any money around here, right? You can't say sexual assault, can't say rape, can't say all these things because they won't get their monetization. My monetization goes right out the window when I play my songs, right? I can say whatever I want over here because I'm not worried about losing ads on my videos, Smiley. See, you got bit by that bug. The AdSense bug. Gotta make that money, honey.
And she downed me and wanted to start a fight with me. I think that's the worst thing you can say on somebody. I do. Anyway.
Hey, Lippy, I didn't even see you. I'm over here ranting. I haven't looked at my chat in like a hot minute. Hold on, let me go through my chat and see what everybody's saying. I'm not even paying attention. Let me see here. Lippy has to drive. Oh my God, last time I looked was so long ago. Yes, she poured dish soap in her mouth. I don't remember what it was about. What the hell? I think it was about Jody. This was a long time ago. Yes, Smiley poured, I believe it was, what kind of dish soap was it? Do you remember? Was it Dawn or was it Palmolive or what the hell kind was it? I think it was green. I can't remember. Yeah, she poured soap in her mouth on a live, and I think she told Jody she needed to wash her mouth out with soap, and she actually poured soap in her mouth. Shit, I can't. It's been a long time, but yeah, she's a soap eater. She is. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Smiley's been around for a little while. She's always been this way.
That's what started the battle with me and TM. How ironic.
No. She's lying. I didn't start battling with you, Smiley, till you took it too far with me. So don't lie. Don't lie. Because I can show everybody. I have it all. Why would you lie about stuff that happens in public? I don't ever understand that about people.
Now, she said I was in a RAPE community.
Yes, I did. You're not the only one. We can actually identify those people. It's become very easy in this community to identify those that are okay with sexual assault and rape, right? But we've already discussed that. So moving on. See, now she's regretting the way she behaved. Clearly, because she won't shut up about it. It's not my fault. Smiley, you're not going to switch it up and turn around your behaviors and direct them toward me. I had a reaction to your behavior, and I'm allowed to, right? Everyone's allowed to react to your shitty behavior. Lippy, thank you for being a member for 29 months. I know it says 25, but she said it's 29. I think probably because she had to redo it, and I think it lasts. Thank you so much, Lippy. I appreciate you. Thank you. I can't believe, oh my God, 29 months is so long. Every time I look at it, I'm like, holy shit. Thank you, Nana. Thank you so much for being a member for 29 months. I feel like that's a lifetime. It's such a long time. And it does mean a lot to me because I don't go live a lot, you guys. And like people still stay a member even when I'm not live for 3 whole weeks. And I really do appreciate it. It's really kind of people to stay because I don't even offer really anything for members. I just love you. Smiley has always got under your skin. She wasn't as bad when she first started. Drives me crazy when creators won't say certain words because they'll lose dollars. Yeah, they are. Many of them do it. I mean, it's fine, I guess. I understand, but I've never been that way here. I don't like when people censor for money. I think it's gross. And it also diminishes and minimizes what the actual verbiage is and what it stands for and what it means. When people call rape SA, it drives me insane. It drives me literally insane. There is a difference between sexual assault and rape. So, that's the society, though, that we are in. I mean, at this current time, it's all you really hear. So they're taking away those words, and it takes away what they actually mean. And I don't do that over here. I don't tell people they can't write it in my chat. That's just not. It's never been. All right, hold on one sec.
As well as being a RAPEIST. And I have
I think it would be RAPIST, not RAPEIST, right? You remove the E, Smiley. Do you know how to spell?
the screenshot that she quickly took down. But how ironic
What? Hold on.
now community as well as being a RAPEIST. And I have the screenshot that she quickly took down.
She has the screenshot that I quickly took down. I don't know what she's talking about. I left her a comment. I believe I have it. Smiley, I'm going to go back through my things. I don't know. Why don't you put it up so I can show everyone what I wrote? Because I own what I say and what I do. And you can show it. I'm not going to have a problem with it. I would like to see what you're talking about. But if I left you a comment, I have the comment. And I know exactly the time frame it was. So I'll go back through my own things and I'll put it out myself. I'm not sorry for saying that to you. You're a fucking bitch. There will be no apology from me to you ever. The things this woman has done cross the line to the nth degree. Okay? She will literally accuse someone of a lewd act, right? Knowing it's not true, to try to imprison them. That is her character. Why? Why, Smiley? You actually did that. Says everything about you. So no, we don't forget over here the sick things that you've done. You're wrong for a lot of things that you've done here, but we'll just keep it moving, right? Nobody gives a fuck.
But how ironic now that she is hanging out at Daisy's.
Not actually hanging out at Daisy's. I have not been to Daisy's in forever. Not that I need to explain this, but I think it needs to be said for Daisy's sake, because Daisy's being dragged through the mud by Smiley. I went into her chat one night and asked her if she would be so kind to share the documents. Smiley, get the fuck over it. So what you're doing right now is what you are angry about, and started off with this email that you're reading. I can go where I want. No one's going to tell me who I can talk to, where I can go, right? But now you're going to tell Daisy what she can do. That makes a lot of sense, right? So Smiley wants to shun Daisy for me going into her chat as if Daisy had any control over that. No, I went into her chat, asked her to share something, and she did. I sat in her chat for about 20, 30 minutes and fell asleep. Smiley, what is your problem? And who the fuck are you to tell anybody what they can do or judge them because they went in her chat? This woman is a lunatic. Her whole basis for reading this is because someone was telling her what to do. Now she's going to do the very same thing to Daisy, as if Daisy could even help the fact that I went into her chat that day. Do I think Daisy gives a shit? No, I don't. I think Daisy would probably eat you up and spit you right the fuck out, Smiley. That's what I think. I really do. But that's my opinion.
In her live chats, emailing her with this information.
But why does Daisy have to even deal with this? It's just more drama. So what she wants to do is she wants to pull all the Daisy haters into her chat so they can commiserate because Tiffany went in Daisy's chat. You're ridiculous. Grow the fuck up. How old are you, Smiley? 70 years old? At least you're pushing 70. You've got to be. And this is what you do with your time. You guys are going to understand in just a couple minutes why Smiley should not be worrying about any of this at all. Or any missing child. God forbid her grandchild was to go missing. I mean, all of the precursors are there for that to happen in her life. You would think she'd see the red flags in her own family history. But no, she'll come to YouTube and pretend to care about other people's children when the babes in her family aren't taking care of themselves. So
that's 3 months old acting like she has something because she's so irrelevant now that Daisy's is the only chat that.
No, I'm not irrelevant, Smiley. I just don't go live every single day to grift off the missing. Okay? I have like 4 cases that I would love to talk about. I don't even have the time to go live about them. I have a life. Okay, my existence is not YouTube. I wish I had more time to come live. I have said I wanted to go live to talk about so many things. I just don't have the time. If I'm so irrelevant, Smiley, why are you talking about me? Why are you angry with Daisy? Because she had me in her chat, right? I'm not actually irrelevant. You are far more irrelevant here in this community than I am. I just hope you know that. If you didn't know, now you do, bitch. Okay? And why is it again that Smiley's got one eyebrow that looks like it's on and the other one is coming off? What is happening on her face that her eyebrows keep doing this? She must be wiping them off when she's got to be wiping them off when she's I don't know, leaning on her face or something. The fuck with this lady? She wiped one clear off her face a couple weeks ago. Completely gone. The whole eyebrow was just gone. She didn't even know. And here it is again. She's got to be, she must be leaning on her eyebrow when she goes live. Or before she goes live. It must be.
We'll have her. She's irrelevant.
Yeah, Daisy's the only channel that'll have me, guys. Yeah. Oh, Smiley. You're going to be very relevant in the days to come. Just so you know. You're going to get all the attention that you're asking for.
She's a nobody. How ironic is that? Tiffany Marie goes around putting her Cooter Brown. Why don't you go to Playboy and try to sell yourself? They won't even have you.
Why don't I go to Playboy and try to sell myself? They won't even have. I don't think I'm Playboy material, Smiley. Playboy never crossed my mind. What have I done? Put my what? Cooter Brown. That's not what I call that. It's not at all. Cooter Brown. Is yours brown, Smiley? Is your cooter brown? Mine isn't. It's pretty pink. Kind of like that big flower behind you. But I'm glad you told everyone yours is brown. I bet it is. I bet it is. So yeah, this is why I compare Smiley to a rapist. This is nothing compared to what she did last year. She has gone way too far. Right, Smiley? You're always talking about things that are inappropriate when it comes to me, and I just don't know why. It's very masculine of you, I will say. Very masculine. Find it to be strange that a woman does these things. But, call me Cooter Pink, please. Thank you. Okay.
All over the internet.
All over the internet. All over the internet. Where? When? Smiley. Lying. See? This is why I think what I do of you. There is no reason for a woman of your age or any age to be discussing any of my private parts, Smiley. It's inappropriate. It's disgusting. While you have Sebastian posted on the wall behind you. This is horrible. Horrible. Seriously, shame on you. Take that picture down, Smiley, before you're about to spout the shit out of your mouth. Maybe you would shut that fly trap if you would remove that every time you say these things. Because you'd have to move that fat ass of yours out of the chair to take the picture down and then put it back up. No reason for you to be speaking like that with Sebastian on a photo behind you. You're sick. Anyone that supports that has something wrong. This part right here, everyone should take issue with. No matter who she's talking about. I don't care who she's talking. It doesn't bother me. I'm used to it, right? That's what we're used to around these parts. But Sebastian doesn't deserve that. Smiley, you need to be very cognizant of the fact that that little boy is behind you on your wall. Bitch.
And no, I do not think Daisy is a bad person. I do not. I think Daisy could be a great person if she would not worry about all the drama and worry about
Listen to her. I'm shocked. Daisy could be a great person if she didn't care about all the drama, which is exactly what Smiley's doing. I'm going to say, I believe Daisy does more for the missing than Smiley does. Do I agree with everything Daisy does and says? No. Like I said, Daisy and I have had our, like ups and downs or whatever. She's totally bugged out on me before. But when it comes to the missing, and I went in there and I said, hey, Daisy, would you share this? She said, yeah, sure. I'd be happy to. That's what we're here for. Regardless of who it is. If someone came in my chat, right, and I might not have like the best relationship with them, and they asked, hey, Tiffany, will you share this for Summer, or will you share this for any missing person? Chances are I'm going to say, yeah, sure, send it to me, no problem. Right? We put our differences aside for the goal, like what we're working toward. And I really hope that Daisy isn't going to get a ration of shit for allowing me in her chat. I won't go over there anymore to make sure that Daisy is not being attacked by Smiley and her freaks over there, because that's what's going to happen now, right? This is the type of community and atmosphere that has been built where you can't go certain places. People can't be seen certain places. It'll either be taken out on the subscriber, the creator, whoever. If you're going to get mad, do it in private. Talk about it with your friends. You make a spectacle about Daisy letting someone in her chat. When you're sitting here crying about this person, that fucking email, she's still going on about this email, and it's been 20 whole minutes. Well, longer than that, because it was like an hour 27 when she starts, an hour and 52. Who could have sent this email to her? That's insane. That's crazy to me.
Others, and she would get the trash out of her life. I really think she could be a great person. Anyway, I'm venting, but sorry, I'm me, and I guess you caught me at the wrong time. So I haven't read this yet, but she said, Smiley, that's fine. I haven't never liked her, and I'm not going to say her name anymore, but you're a grown woman, and you don't have to ask anyone who comes up on your panel. No, I sure don't. I won't. You got a good head on your shoulders, and no, it's not none of no one's business. No,
she doesn't have a good head on her shoulders. She doesn't. She doesn't. Wait till you see the shit that I'm about to show you. Smiley, you don't have a good head on your shoulders. I do think your neck needs to be readjusted. For a woman who claims to be helping the missing, you got an awful lot of problems. And like I said, anyone who has this shit in their past, it should be known. When you're allowed to speak on any case, Smiley, your case is no different. Your case is no different. No one's is, actually.
It's not. And I'm like you, I just wanted all them.
What neck? I don't know, Jaded. I was gonna be nice. Jaded's gonna I'm gonna be good. I'm not gonna look shame. God forbid I might have that goblet under mine one day. Fuck. Shit. I guess I would have to take care of it. She gets her nails done like every other day. She could afford to fix it, right? She really does. She gets her nails done all the time, you guys. Like, I let my nails go for 2 to 3 weeks and they stay beautiful. I don't know what would possess someone to, unless they're stick-ons. I don't know what would possess someone to go to the nail salon every 3 days. I don't particularly like sitting at the nail salon. It's not like my favorite thing to do. Of course, I love filling my nails, but she gets them filled a whole lot. Smiley, you should probably go less on the fills and get some suction, Get it, girl.
Missing children.
You can blame Jaded. I wasn't going to say, I swear to God I wasn't. I'm so bad, see. Oh, well. She deserves it, though. I'm sorry, she does. What are you going to do?
Down. To me, it's not looking good for any of them. The longer that it keeps going on against Smiley, you keep doing Smiley. And I will. The hell with everyone else, because I know that your heart is in the right place.
You guys, is it bothering anyone that this is off center here? Do you see? It is driving me insane. First of all, she's not in the middle of the screen. It's not centered. The wall piece is lopsided. Fix your shit, Smiley. Fix it, please. Like, it's like wearing 2 different color socks, or not even 2 different color socks. Forget the color. It's like wearing 2 different socks that don't feel the same on your feet, right? Like, that's how I feel when I look at this here. Why is this like this?
And I know my heart's in the right place, and that's all that matters. And I will continue to support you.
Yeah,
and I have
heart's
since day
in the
one.
right
Much love.
place. Shut up.
So that's all that is important. That's all that's important.
She found this to be
You know,
important.
and I'm tired of people telling me who I can and who I cannot talk to. You know,
She's tired of people telling her who she can or who she can't talk to, but she's going to do that to Daisy. Oh, look, she doesn't even have her nails done. How are you getting all this money over there on your channel, Smiley, and now you're not filling your nails 1,000 times a week? This makes no sense. Shit. I think she sent it to herself, Jax. That's what I was saying before. Anyway, so let me take this down. Let's get to these. I just had to react to her bullshit. Can't unsee the baby dinosaur. Oh, not the mama. Yes, cheesecake. Yes, that was one of the best thumbnails ever. I love that thumbnail so much. Benny made that thumbnail. That was a killer thumbnail. It was, what was it? Smiley. It was the baby dinosaur. Remember, not the mama? Because she looks just like the dinosaur. So that background, the tiny poster that looks like she gives no shits her entire setup. Yeah, I know, it's terrible. I wish she would take those down. I can't see the eyebrow. Well, at least she tries, right? I guess. I don't know. She was the first to drag Sebastian's mother and stepfather through the mud. Was she the first, Scout? I didn't know she was the first. Goblet, yeah. How many people touched their neck? I did. I touched it when... Oh my God. Okay, let me grab these so I can get this over with. I need to cook dinner still, so can't stay alive all day. So as I said, I did redact some of these. So this is the first, well, no, let me share. I'm going to share the one about, let me get this in order. Give me just one sec, guys. Where is that? I'm looking for this one specific one. Okay. So this is going to be hard to see. I will put them on my community tab so that people can zoom in on them. Let me put this on full screen for you. So I redacted her son's name and the police officer's name and signature. Okay, so we're going to zoom in on this. So it says, On 2/28/2016 at about 4:15 p.m., the defendant, and we'll just say Smiley's son, did commit the offense of possession of a controlled substance in violation of Section 93.13 Florida statutes. The defendant did unlawfully and knowingly be in actual or constructive possession of trace amounts of methamphetamine. On date and time, the defendant was passed out, sleeping in the driver's seat of his 1994 Chevrolet Impala with his young child crying in the back seat. Where were you, Smiley? Where were you when your son was passed out in his car and his baby was in the back seat crying with meth all over the car? I would like to know where you were. Where was the grandma? You have so much to say about everyone else, right? In all of these cases, but it looks like this could easily happen to you or something worse, God forbid. So you don't get to judge anyone, actually. No, ma'am, you don't. So let me read that again. On date and time, the defendant was passed out, sleeping in the driver's seat of his 1994 Chevrolet Impala with his young child crying in the back seat. After awaking the defendant, I had Canine Zeus conduct a free air sniff of the vehicle's exterior. Canine Zeus had a sudden noticeable change in behavior and began sniffing from side to side in an attempt to get closer to the source, the driver and passenger door. During a search of the vehicle, I located electronic scales covered in methamphetamine residue in the passenger seat, a glass smoking pipe covered in methamphetamine residue in the passenger seat, and a small plastic container covered in methamphetamine residue in the driver's door. That's your son, Smiley, with your grandchild in the car. What are you doing? Yeah, she has I've heard her defend it. Yeah. And you guys, this is old news. We talked about this months ago when she was pulling all of her shit. Here, let me put this on full screen. I forgot to do that. When she was pulling all of her shit way back when, we brought up all of this. We didn't show the documents. I didn't have them at the time. Two Old Crows got these, and they get the credit for this. So this isn't new news. It may be, though, for many people. This is heartbreaking, actually. Yeah. Die. Broken heart. Yeah. For real. She was pissed when this came out. Well, she's going to be pissed today and tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Because there's more. And if she continues on attacking anybody, in Sebastian's case, or Summers for that matter, I'm going to come back. And we're going to put more out, Smiley. People do actually deserve to know this shit right here. They have every right to know who they're getting their information from. But hold on. This shit's actually pretty gross, what I'm about to show you. And I'm very sorry that, and I do mean this from the bottom of my heart, I don't believe any woman or man deserves to be abused, physically assaulted in any way. I am very sorry that happened to her, but she involved Summer. So I am showing this against how normally I would not show this. It's the fact she used Summer in this case, and I just can't. I actually am blown away because I've seen it already happen once with her. Verbally, she did this, but this is different. So I'm going to show you. Yeah, Jaded, thank you very much. Look how quick they all drop Summer. Like, they just put her down like a doll, like Raggedy Ann. Right? And when they get bored with Sebastian, they're going to pick her right back up. Watch. They always do it. It's terrible. Mama. Yeah, so there's a lot of charges, and I'm not even covering all of them. It's bad. It's really, really bad. She's got some major issues all surrounding children. Hi Birdie. Hi TM chat mods. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are as well. Angel Hawakin says, I don't mean to sound like a real bitch here, but if that was my mother, I'd probably be on drugs too. Well, that's an honest, fair statement. Hey Dutch. Did she have Benny swatted? Yes, she did. She swatted him out alive. Yes, Cotton Candy. When he was trying to handle really important stuff about Summer, she got pissed. I believe, I don't think that that's up. I think that happened on the channel that's privated right now. But yes, she did. She swatted him out alive. Yeah. It wasn't that long ago. It was literally like, I don't know, what's it been, 6 months or so? Eden, thank you so much. Thank you for going over all this. I've been AWOL with work the past couple weeks, but you always make sure the important things are heard on here. I try. I'm really pressed for time. I go back to work this weekend. I'm super excited, but I'm just this is a busy time of year anyhow for me. And I was going to go live a couple weeks ago, but something came up, a personal thing, and I wasn't able to. So, thank you, Cotton Candy Boobs. If you've seen or know the whereabouts of Summer Moon Utah Wells, please call 1-800-TBI Find with any and all tips. I remember when we used to post that and really thought it was going to help. I really can't believe we're sitting here almost 3 years later and she has not been found. I do apologize. I did not come back sooner. I had other things I needed to take care of, but my son was hospitalized and it was really scary. And I was away for a couple days, and then it took a whole week. I was just really in my own world and just super, super focused on my household. And I didn't really want to take my eyes off. I couldn't come live until he was better. So that's why I did not follow through with coming back. So I'm here now and he's perfectly fine and recovered 100%. So that's the best news in my life. Okay. Let me get to the next one. Okay. Now this here is where I'm going to, I'm going to share this. Let me make sure the date, there's 2 of these. Just want to make sure I have the right one. So this is 5/30/2023, and then there's one from 5/23, I believe. Let me see something. Just want to get both of them. So September 4th. Okay, so this one is later. September 4th, 2023, and give me just 1 second, guys. All right, this is September 4th. So I'm going to share this one first. Let me just proofread and make sure I redacted it well enough. I just don't want to make any mistakes with this because I do feel a certain way about this. Now, I'm only sharing this for, maybe because I do actually have a heart. I'm wondering if I should just show what she did. You know what? I'm going to share it because it is what it is. Okay. Hold on 1 minute. You're not going to understand the severity of this without the report. That's why I say I'm going to share it all, because she used Summer to fix this. And this is why I'm sharing it all, okay? But as a survivor of domestic violence myself, that's why I battle with this type of thing. I do actually, I just don't feel good about it, but I also can't believe, it's public record, but I just, it's my own, Necro Liquor. It's my own feelings, right? Like my own experiences, right? But in order for you to understand what she did using Summer to fix this is my issue. And she really did use Summer in the court, documented, to get her husband out of this. And it's gross. So here it is. Let me make sure this is up here. Okay. So take this one down so I don't get confused with them. So this one here is on May 30th and May 29th, 2023, the above listed defendant committed the crime listed offense. This is the address I redacted, Avenue, Panama City, Bay County, Florida. The defendant and the victim were in a domestic dispute over suspected infidelity. The defendant and the victim have been married for about 40 years and share a residence. On the 29th, the defendant knowingly and willfully grabbed the victim's arm in an attempt to take her phone. As a result, the victim sustained bruising to the middle of her left arm. And I'm very sorry for this. I really am. I truly mean that. No one deserves to be assaulted or abused by their partner, man or woman. It's not okay. Okay. And I stand on that. Okay. On May 30th, the next day, the defendant knowingly, willfully, and aggressively shoved the victim into a wall with both hands. The victim put her left hand out to brace herself, causing her left hand to bruise. The actions of the defendant were against the will of the victim. Okay, so I'm going to take this one down. And I'm going to go to the next. And can someone please share the domestic violence hotline in my chat? Please, I know it's pinned, but if anybody needs it, grab it from the pinned comment. I know not everyone can see it once they come in, but I just do want that to be there real quick. Just, you don't need to share it a whole bunch, just because there are many victims and survivors in this community who are sensitive to this. So we want to make sure everyone knows who to call, and you can reach out for help. Okay, so the next one here. And Smiley, I'm shocked actually that, Summer lived in a household with domestic violence, for you to use her to get this man out of what he did to you is absolutely insane. We don't know what caused her disappearance. We don't know what led to her disappearance. You truly make me sick. So this is the next one, September 4th. On September 4th, the defendant did willfully and unlawfully commit the offense of domestic violence by battery. The defendant verbally argued with his wife of 40 years. The argument escalated until the defendant became physical with the wife by pushing her. The victim had a cut on her right forearm where she was pushed. This action was committed against the will and without permission of the victim. The defendant has a prior conviction of assault with a deadly weapon and domestic violence by battery. The defendant is in violation of FSS 784.03. And I would give her the advice I would give anyone is to leave this situation. There is help out there, but from what I'm about to show you, I don't believe she wants help. So so this is what we're dealing with here. And this is where Smiley uses Summer to get her husband out of that, right? We've got, to your honorable judge, blank, I come to you today to please ask respectfully of my husband. I redacted his name. I didn't know they were going to put a no contact order on him. In fact, I wrote on the paper to please suggest to you he get back on his meds and go in the hospital. I wanted to highlight that, but the lady officer said not to. I was never told, not one time, a no contact order was involved. In fact, I begged them over and over to take him to the hospital, not jail. Smiley, you cover true crime, right? So you should know you don't get to decide, right, what happens with an abuser, correct? Oh, my wrench, I'm happy to bring this to YouTube because Smiley has no problem covering any other case, right? Her case is no different. Secondly, I'm not disgusting. What's disgusting is what you're about to see. And you can judge me. I don't care. I'm the perfect one to do this. And I stand by what I'm doing. And I will not apologize. Okay? So you could think I'm disgusting and leave. If you don't like my content, no one's asking you to stay. Go on. Go. See? They don't like it though. Oh, we can only cover cases of the missing or murdered people, right? We can't cover the living that are covering these cases, right? No, I think not. Because if I had this shit in my history, right? If I had a child who left their baby in a car with meth all over the place, bet your fucking ass I would be plastered all over this community. So get the fuck out of here with your bullshit. That's a lie, okay? That's a lie. You know it, and everyone else knows it. If it was me or anyone else, this shit would be everywhere. And I can't believe it took this long for it to come out. So you're about to see Smiley use a missing child in the name of Summer Wells to get her husband out of this. She did that, okay? She did that. She actually included her photo, everything. She sent it to a judge because she needed to keep covering Summer or else it would hurt Summer. So save your comments for someone your manipulation is going to work on because it won't be me. Thanks. Okay. Let them talk shit. I don't care. Don't block anybody. Let them all have their opinions and tell me how disgusting I am, because I'm used to this shit. That's why I'm the one doing it. Perfectly fine to let them come in here. I don't care. Think I didn't think about it before I went live? I sure did. For 2 days. In fact, I seen Lippy share yesterday on her community post, and I seen it this morning, right? Thank you to Lippy, because if it weren't for Lippy, I might not have gone live today. So, I appreciate that I have friends that actually have a fucking brain. They actually know right from wrong. They actually call this bullshit out. I don't surround myself with people like my rent who doesn't agree that we can't share anything about. This is not going real life. Going real life would be calling people and smile. I don't need to call anybody. This shit is literally public. Okay? Anybody could go look this up. So what is any different? There isn't any difference at all. Okay? None. If Smiley can pull up documents, if Smiley can cover cases, I can cover Smiley. I told Josh from the lab the same thing. I could cover anything I want, right? This goes all the way back even to then. Same bullshit. Same bullshit. No, we're not allowed to cover anything that has to do with these creators fucking pulling. All this shit is just being pulled over everybody's eyes, right? No one's allowed to know any of this. I think not. Go fuck yourself. Thank you very much. So, let me get back to reading this. So, she says, I was never told not one time a no contact order was involved. In fact, I begged them over and over to take him to the hospital, not jail. When someone's beating on you, you don't get to say they're going to the hospital. Okay? That's just the way it works. We have been married 40 years. Yes, 40 years. He needed medical treatment. He instead was taken to jail. He is 100% disabled. He was nowhere. Oh, he has nowhere to go. We share. I care. He has no living family, only me. This poor guy only has her. I don't know what all went on here. I have no idea. He has now, through life management, got back on his meds. I hear they can't put him in the hospital due to his extremely high blood pressure. What? They can't put him in the hospital due to his extremely high blood pressure? I don't get that. Wouldn't you think that would be cause to go into the hospital? I don't know. Way above stroke levels, and the best thing is for him to be home. Please consider this man right here needs medical care and to be home, not charges. Thank you, Tammy. Now, hold on. Let me get the next one. She wrote a fucking book. No, it's not okay for Smiley to use summer. It's just not. These people think that this is normal, and it's not. This is gonna, if this doesn't piss you off, nothing will. All right, so here's the next one. I'm gonna have to put my air conditioners in. It's hot here. Let's see. Okay, so I redacted a case number. Your Honor, respectfully, thank you for reading my letter. I want to ask that the no contact order be dropped on my husband, blank, as soon as possible so he can get back in his home. We have been married 40 years and 4 grown children and 6 grandchildren later. We have things to work out. He has never been in trouble. I was 16 and he was 18 when we got married. Okay. He is disabled from a near fatal car accident years ago. He had to stop working after trying to go back and finish his long-term career. His closed head injury would not allow. He needs medical help. He got off his medications. He was not stable from before, which takes time, which I asked for help then. He spent 9 to 10 days in jail this time and is cold turkey. Hold on. So this one here is the next one that comes from there. Cold turkey, off his meds, and the drinking he had mixed, which he can never drink. He has another living soul but me, and his grandchildren, whom 2 is disabled at home and 2 have their own life. Okay, not grandchildren, excuse me, grown children. Grown. He has, let me read that over. He has another living soul but me. I don't know. I think she meant no other living soul but me. And his grown children, whom 2 is disabled at home and 2 have their own life, and he can't stay with. He has to leave my sons because he lives with others with his family. He needs AA and NA and outpatient for sure, which I hope is ordered, but he told my son he was going to do. I understand he has started on his meds and knows he's in trouble and needs help and has made the biggest mistake of his life. I am not going to press charges. I feel this will only hurt me, him, and in the future, our entire family, or things we might do as far as try to buy or do for or with our grandchildren or the help or to help anyone. Sorry, I'm struggling with this. In our community or any other community, as we have always tried to help people and do the right things in life. Has the judge ever seen your YouTube channel, Smiley? Shit. In fact, I have been, for 2.5 years, been advocating for a 5-year-old little missing girl named Summer Wells in Tennessee, and this could only hurt me and possibly her if my husband is charged. Hold on. Let me read that again for my wrench, who can go fuck themselves. Okay? In fact, I have been, for 2.5 years, been advocating for a 5-year-old little missing girl named Summer Wells in Tennessee. And this could only hurt me and possibly her if my husband is charged. He could also be very helpful in me finding her, helping her and others. He's not a bad person. Assault with a deadly weapon, Smiley? What is your husband going to do for Summer? I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you. Then, to top it off, this is Smiley's world, okay? This is what is in this woman's head. She is literally insane. Insane. It will only hurt Summer. Yeah. And everybody think 2 Crows, because 2 Crows is the one who has gone out on a limb to get all of this. And I really want everyone to know they have been in contact with me, truly been very helpful. And there's a lot here. I'm only showing several things. So Smiley can cry about it if she wants. I've been pretty nice, actually, because there's a whole lot of shit here. You guys are free to go look it up yourself. I mean, it's very easy to find. Yeah, shame on Smiley. Yeah. So this is what she puts after to the judge. And to prove that this is the actual document from her, I put it together like this. This is what she attached to the judge. Yeah, allegedly, she could have testified possibly in a child custody case. Wow, she has no place. She has no place. Her grandbaby was found in a car while her son was passed out in the front seat with meth all over the car. Scale, everything. This woman is insane. She needs to literally go get help. She cannot testify in anybody's case. She is no witness for anybody. It is maddening, isn't it? It's disgusting as fuck. They put Summer in every damn thing. Can you imagine? Can you even imagine? Listen, I heard it straight out of her own mouth when she was on that Zoom accusing Benny of exposing himself. She was using Summer on that Zoom call too. This is a trend for her. She uses Summer in all of her bullshit, her real life, actual real life circumstances with the law. She's using Summer to try to get out of being in trouble, her husband being in trouble, blaming things on people that didn't happen. She's using Summer. People do actually deserve to know this. And whoever takes issue with it, I really don't care. I understand if people do, but I have a reason. And my reason is right here on the screen. Summer. Summer is the reason. Smiley. Don't ever use her again like this. She is not your pawn. She is not a prop for you. She is not your child. She is not your grandchild. You don't know her. You have issues, Smiley. Beyond anything I've really seen yet. I've not seen anybody use Summer in their court documents with their domestic violence situation or their husband assault with a deadly weapon and he's going to help Summer. The fuck? Oh my God, it's insane. I can't even believe it. Yeah, so insane. So insane, Lippy. Bad people wonder why Ellie hates dealing with YouTubers. She does need help. She should start with calling the domestic violence hotline. I stand by that because I do believe there's something going on there. And that's a dangerous situation in itself. And I don't wish anything bad on the lady at all. But to use Summer in this, no, ma'am. No, you don't get to do that. And I will be the one to put your ass on blast. And I don't give a fuck. Some people should not have other people's children's names in their mouth. I agree. She's just like old Swear Garden and Lips, says Lippy. Yeah. The judge fell for that piece of material. Terrible. I don't know if the judge fell for it, but people need to go in her chats and remind her of what she's done. Yeah, they do. Grab your alt accounts, grab your troll accounts if you don't want to do it under your own name. I say go in there under your own name and call her the fuck out. Who gives a shit? But yeah, people should be calling her out. People should be doing a lot of things, but they don't. What has she done for Summer? Absolutely nothing, Cheryl. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, Loki, maybe put your energy into protecting your grandbabies. I agree. Now, I take great issue with that. She needs to step away from missing children's cases while I mean, I can't say, you know, for she has to or whatever, but I think it's probably what is she going to do? She can't even help her own family. This woman has raised complete delinquents and she's got a lot of issues going on. And if people missed it, please rewind and go back to the first document I shared, because her son really passed out in the car and his baby was in the back seat while there was scales in the car, meth all over the place. Like, this lady actually thinks she has a fucking place here to discuss anything involving the well-being of children. Take a fucking hike, Smiley. But that's really all I had to say. I gotta cook dinner. Smiley, eat shit. That's all, really. And I'll come back again if I have to. Yeah, fuck you, Smiley, for real. How dare you use Summer to get your husband out of abusing you? It's shameful, but she'll go live and she'll have no shame about it. None. Call the domestic violence hotline, Smiley, and ask them to help you. Stop using Summer to help you. Summer can't help you, Smiley. You're supposed to be helping Summer. Oh, that's right. You forgot about her. It's Sebastian now, right? Yeah. Summer is not your protector or your husband's. You're a sick bitch. That's for sure. But thank you, everyone, for being here. Sorry I didn't stay longer. It has been 2.5 hours. I've got to cook, and I think I need to turn air conditioners on because it's super hot. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And spread the word. Seriously, this should be known. It's not going real life, actually. Smiley's gone real life, though, right? Sure has. All right. Good night. I'll talk to you guys soon. Probably be back, I would say maybe Monday. We'll see. Maybe before then. You just never know. Okay, and I'll talk to you. Bye.